Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 44 of the Reseller Stew, and today on episode 44 we're going to talk about Q4. How's everybody doing this week? How was your holiday?
It was good, yeah.
It was good.
Did you travel? You traveled, right? Didn't you, Yvon? You went somewhere out of town.
I was going to go to Denver, and so at the last minute, we changed plans. So I did have to run out to the grocery store like the day before Thanksgiving and kind of dive through the madness. And I thought, oh my gosh, what just happened to me? But I found some things. Marie Calendar pies are always good, right? I know they're not homemade, but they taste pretty good. So,
right.
I whipped it together.
My mom was just talking about it, but she calls them Marie Cavenders. She's like, those Cavenders pies are so good. And she kept saying, she said it like 6 times. She's like, yeah, you know those Marie Cavenders.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I don't. You know when you know what somebody's saying, but then they're constantly correcting you, and you're just like, why? You already know what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't a madhouse at the grocery store when you went?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad because on top of that, I waited till like after 3 o'clock. So yeah, it was pretty bad. But I got my cranberries. I got my pie.
We went at 7 on Thanksgiving Eve.
Maybe that was smarter.
But that's why I was looking at the people who were buying the frozen turkeys, trying to figure out what the heck they were going to do with the 25-pound frozen turkey the day before Thanksgiving.
I also did that too, and I'm like, wait, no. So I just got a little chunk of Jenny O. Okay, the turkey was awful. That was awful, but everything else was great.
I accidentally got a Cajun turkey, so our turkey was like super, super spicy. Like way spicy. Not just a little bit spicy. Like my Mexican was all, babe, this is spicy.
It's a different kind of spice.
It's good though. It's good. What about you, Tonya?
Yeah, the rolls were a big hit. Everybody loved the rolls. And yeah, my grandparents cook, and you know everybody brings something, so it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. I you know the thing about it is like, okay, Robin.
Yay! Hey, Robin.
No, we can't hear you.
Oh no.
I didn't like make like scratch made recipes. I mean, I did like get the ingredients at the store and put them together, but it still took like 4 hours. I don't know how the people do like, I'm going to grind the mill and make the bread kind of.
They start cooking 2 days ahead of time, probably.
Yeah, I saw some lady on Food Network and she was like, okay, it's 4 days before Thanksgiving. I'm going to do the such and such. And I'm like, wow, you're a good planner.
Right. A lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I went over to look at the chat. We could hear you before, Robin, and then we couldn't see you, and now we can see you and can't hear you. And now I think she's frozen. Poor Robin.
Oh
no. Well, I guess we can get into our normal topics. I didn't even bring up my sales, but I already know what one of mine is.
Right.
But or actually, did y'all go shopping? Because I haven't been shopping, so I don't have anything special to show you. But
I went shopping. We stepped out yesterday. I went out with Margaret, and I got these shoes here. They're called. Let me show you. Jambu. I'd never heard of it before yesterday. So I paid $6.99 for them, and it looks like they retail for about $128.
Yeah, I've seen those before, but they're always in horrible condition.
Oh, these, you can still smell the leather. I mean, they're in really good condition. So yeah, I'm hoping for maybe $50, $60. We'll see. Oh, and I got some shirts too. I got some Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirts. And
your camera got really pixelated for a second.
What happened?
Your camera got really like pixelated.
I'm telling you, my little MacBook's going out on me.
Christmas time, you better tell Kurt.
Right?
Like, but my computer isn't working anymore. I
Right?
wonder if Santa has MacBooks.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, I don't know, maybe Santa knows a repairman.
That's exactly what he would say. And he always wants to fix stuff, and I just want to go buy it new. I'm like, I don't want to mess with it.
Oh, hey, here's something new I learned this week. Look it up and see if your area has, oh darn, what's the name of them? That's gonna not be helpful. They're basically time exchange cafes. It's sort of like if you have something that you need repaired, you can take it there and there's somebody there that knows how, and you guys are kind of like exchanging resources.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't find one specifically in Austin, like a repair cafe, but I did find a time exchange, like a Facebook group. And they have like a whole website and everything. And basically, you just kind of, you build up credits. Like, let's just say you have a skill. And so you help people out. So you build up like time credits. And then if there's somebody else that has something that you need done, you can like use them.
That is so cool. That's really an original idea too.
Yeah, I saw it pop up, like they had it somewhere. I'm so spoiled about being in Austin because I always think that everything's here. And it normally is. Like it normally kind of is. So when I saw it pop up and they're like, oh, in New York, there's a time thing. And I'm like, oh, there's got to be one in Austin. But yeah, it's really cool. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know how to graphic design or something, you could go and kind of trade that time. They could trade you that time and you could be like, oh, but I know how to bake rolls or whatever.
Ouch.
No, I can't hear you. It's not a button on your thingy.
What if she takes her headphones off like I did?
Yeah, just take your headphones off because Tonya's weren't working. It might be fine. You're fine, Yvon. You sound great. Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Did you go shopping, Miss Yvon, or were you busy?
Cooking.
I was nursing that paper cut from the pie package, remember? Okay, but anyways, yeah, I went shopping, of course. I've been shopping the last couple of days. I've already spent like $200 or $300. Actually, I'm going to do my second haul video when we're done. So I've got it up over there on a rack. So I'm going to do a haul video, but there's some good things over there. But I'll tell you what I did buy. I bought another rack at Walmart. It's a clothing rack. It's like a corner piece. That's a pretty good deal, $19.88. Like it's two of them together and you can put it in a corner if you want to. And I bought another clothes shaver and I like
the one that didn't work? Or is this one to replace the one that you bought that didn't work?
Well, I always like to have two, and the blades, they're razor blades, so they do get kind of weak after a while, and you don't want to be caught without a clothes shaver. Not me.
I have like 5 of them, and I don't even sell clothes.
I don't have one.
I always buy them when I see them at the thrift store.
What do they look like? Do you have one there with you?
I've got 2 of them. And my new one's still in the box. Oh, you know why I bought this new one off eBay? Because it came with a power cord.
Hey.
I thought maybe it would work better without the batteries. But hang on, I'll grab one. I've got a small, medium, and large. Let me see how to do this. I'm not real good at this. Tonya,
I have that one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is a Sunbeam. I think I got it at Walmart or Walgreens. Don't you have clothing shavers even for your personal use?
No, I've never had one. I need to get one.
Throws them away and buys new clothes.
Oh, pardon me.
I can buy one at Walmart.
Walmart, anywhere, online, Walmart, Walgreens, Target. You probably go to Target, right?
Yeah, I go to Target.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay!
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna go on a couple more things. Hi, Robin. So
Hey,
I bought
sorry.
some pink. I like these better than my yellow ones. I bought a bunch of these pink ones for $1.19. I think that's cute. Now this is for Tonya. So let me go slow, right? I need to go slow. I got this at the thrift store. So let me come in. See if I'm doing this right. I have no idea. So see these little clips?
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna do with this, right? Now for your backdrops, we can buy another stand, but I do not have any more room for any prong stands in my room. So I'm gonna rig this curtain rod up because look, I can see how they do this and they have clips. So I can put all of my backdrops on this and flip them around as I need them.
Ooh,
That's fabulous. I love that.
Yeah, so next week I'll be able to show you how pretty that is, Tonya, okay?
all right.
That's all, you guys.
What about you, Robin? Did you go shopping?
Yeah, I just came back from shopping, actually. I decided to go to my Goodwill that's right down the street from me. I don't usually go there because I don't find things consistently. It's kind of like a one-off, wherever.
I would like that. The store that's closest to me is the suckiest store in town.
Is that the one where we didn't find anything? When
Yes. That's the one I took Dwayne to, too. He's like, this is a sucky store.
But look what I found there today. Guess what these are?
They're really pretty.
They're Louis Vuitton.
Oh, nice.
Satin wedge Louis Vuitton shoes.
They look like prom shoes.
They're extremely
They look like prom shoes for rich girls.
Yeah. I think somebody will really like wearing them with their holiday dress. I like wearing blues and purples and stuff during the winter. But they've never been worn.
What are you going to list them for?
What am I going to list them for?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I might put them up for $150 and see what happens. They do have a little bit of a flaw right here. But it looks like ones that were new, kind of similar to this, were selling in the $150 to $200 range. I'll just disclose the flaw.
How much did you pay for them? How much were they?
I paid $5.99.
Wow.
$55, something around $5 and some change is what I paid for them.
That's awesome. Well, I didn't go shopping, so I didn't go shopping, did I? I don't think I did. I don't have anything to show. Womp womp. I got nothing. I have all of this here. Okay, so let's get into our sales for the week. Tonya sent me hers, so I'll start with Tonya. And you guys, I don't know if Yvon and Robin, if you guys have your...
Yeah, I gotta pull it up.
Oh, okay, I don't have mine yet either. Tonya sent me a link. Okay.
2 of them, right?
Yes, ma'am. She's on the ball. You sent me the link before I even made this show.
Right?
You were on the ball.
I was excited to talk about these 2 things.
All right, here's the first one. Star Wars.
Okay, so this is a funny story. This was sitting at Amazon FBA for probably about a year and it wasn't selling. So I had it sent back to me and I put it on eBay and it sold. It sold for $69.99 and it was brand new sealed. And I had paid, I think, $4 for this at a thrift store. So that was... No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you don't think it's because the new movie came out? I mean, it's coming out?
I don't know, probably. But I don't know. I thought that was a good story. It didn't sell at FBA, so send it back to you and it sells on eBay.
That's awesome.
And
I wonder
then,
why wasn't it selling over on Amazon? Like, just the rank was high, or was there a bunch of sellers, or?
I want to say it did seem like the rank was high. I mean, I can't really remember because it's been a while, but yeah, I do this often though. When I have stuff sent back to me from FBA, the stuff that I don't take to half price books, a lot of times I'll list it on eBay.
And then here's your, God, I swear, you and your books.
So this one is so funny. So you can get this same book on Amazon right now for $7.99, y'all. And on Amazon, it has a really high sales rank of like 3 million. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think mine was the only one available on eBay. And they didn't even make an offer. They just outright paid the $59. So, and I've had this book a while, probably paid a couple dollars for it.
Sometimes, when things are on Amazon, people are like, I don't understand. They're so cheap over there. Why didn't somebody just buy it there? Sometimes the Amazon listing is terrible. And sometimes it has the wrong keywords. And then people can't even find the item unless they knew exactly what the barcode was or the ISBN.
Exactly. And people might not know about Amazon. I mean, you'd be surprised that there are people that might not know. They just automatically, their first instinct is to go to eBay for everything.
Yeah, when you're looking for something that you think is rare, and you're going to go to eBay.
Yeah, right.
Or even Google. When you Google it, it's going to bring up the eBay listing,
Yeah.
But sometimes the Amazon listings just fail. Like they're just cruddy listings. Whoever made them, it's just not good. They don't have good descriptions.
Exactly.
Or the keywords aren't there for people to find the stuff.
Right.
So. What about you, Bobby? And would you sell? You sell good stuff? You've been poshmarking it. I know that.
Of mine, I found a pair of Colhan I don't know, crocodile shoes. At the Goodwill, I paid $5.50 for them, and I sold them within an hour of listing them for $100. So that was nice.
Sorry. You be quiet. You be quiet. Sorry. When I was at the movies last night, I thought I had turned my sound off. It hadn't started yet, but I thought I had turned my sound off, but I had accidentally turned my GPS off because it was like right next to it. And then my auction was going. So it was like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. I was like, oh no, turn it off. So what brand? You said they were Colhan Ruggedy something?
Bragano.
Okay.
Bragano, something.
B-R-A-G-A.
I sold it though.
Colhan.
Oh,
okay.
Picture.
Yeah, I see it. I've seen those before.
Yeah, crocodile shoes.
Did it say they were crocodile inside, or did you?
It said crocodile on the sole of the shoe.
That's a good find. Here's the solds on those. So they're like $35-$40. Some of them are higher. What'd you sell yours for?
I sold mine for $100 within an hour of listing it.
Wow.
Yeah, but yours were crocodile, so yeah.
Yeah.
You don't find that every day. Crocodile. I don't think I spelled that right. Oh yeah, I did. Hey, go me. Oh yeah, look at those. Yeah, the crocodile ones are super expensive. I need to pay attention to that because I've seen these before. And I don't know if I would have thought that they were crocodile. I thought they would have just been like pressed leather.
What do they call them? I want to look it up later because for some reason I can't see right now.
Can everybody else see?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's
okay.
It's going out on me, I can tell.
Kurt, she needs a new MacBook.
I mean,
I'm just telling you a requirement that you are letting down people. Like, be like, babe, I'm letting them down. They're trying to watch.
Right?
Genuine crocodile. So it is. That's awesome, Robin.
That's funny. I was at my Goodwill my favorite Goodwill, and one of the ladies was eyeing a few pairs of shoes that I just grabbed out of the rack they brought out, and she was like, "You're so fast. Those hands are just so fast." Yeah, you know.
She's like, I train.
Reseller ninja.
Yeah, reseller ninja. Is it my turn? Oh, it's Yvonne's turn.
Do you have my store pulled up?
I can look it up, I guess.
Oh, I don't know how. You have to teach me how to send you what it is you need.
You need me to learn you something? I'll learn
you something.
I'll learn you. Let's see. I got it here. Let me get yours completed.
Okay, so while she's doing that, so I showed you guys last week that St. John evening gown with the gold swirl that I didn't even have a label, but I said, I know this is St. John, St. Anna knit. Yeah. I pretty much got what I thought. I sold it pretty quick for about 80. And I've already got good feedback. She loves it. And I sold.
Oh my God. I thought this was something else. This is not. I was like, what in the world is
my candle holder.
Okay. It's a candle holder, y'all.
I know. I have that priced high because I don't care if it sells or not. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It'll hold one of those dollar store glass candles, you know?
Sure it will.
Exact. Okay, moving on. Okay.
Get a close up of it. What is it?
No, that's okay. We'll just move along. Here's the dress.
Deb, scroll up.
Isn't it beautiful? Subject change right now. No, just kidding.
It's so elegant.
That's somebody's holiday dress.
Yeah.
That's an office party dress right there, like a nice formal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I can say something else about that type of a dress. I hope this isn't. Well, hey, why this shouldn't offend anybody. Okay, so I used to sell to a lot of cross dressers and drag queens when I had a like prom and evening gown store in Dallas. Some of them will like that kind of dress because it covers, you know, the neck. You know, it you know, if they're only like just like maybe drag queen or whatever, but they're not. I don't know the right words. Okay, you get what I'm saying.
Yep, it covers the Adam's apple.
Yeah, and like if they're not really into shaving and all that, you know, they're just, you know, they do shows or something. So those kind of dresses, although they seem kind of conservative, they have a good demographic, should I say, or following that will purchase those kind of dresses.
That's good to know. That's a good tip. Yeah.
Keep that in mind too whenever you see those size 14 high heels that nobody's buying at the thrift store.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick's a size 14 and he has a really hard time. And I remember sending him a message because it looked like somebody got out of the business or something, and there was just like 9 pairs of size 14 high heels at the Goodwill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and my other good sale was last week I showed that I found another black halo dress, and Robin helped me find the name, and I put it up, and it pretty much went for the same as the last black halo Jackie O dress a couple months ago. I got $150 for it.
Wow.
So those were probably my good sales. And one interesting thing for those of you that do Harley Davidson shirts like I do, you know, a good t-shirt it'd be what, $20 to $30, higher end depending on the graphics and if it's 3D emblem, right? Well, another thing that will make your it's the Harley Davidson t-shirt with the tattoo sleeves, Deb. Another thing that will raise the price of a Harley shirt is the women's with the tattoo sleeves. Okay, so I got 32 for that $1.99 Harley Davidson
Nice
t-shirt. So that's kind of an interesting tip. Sold both Eileen Fishers, things like that. It was a pretty
She
good
was
week.
selling everything except her candle holder.
Did I put that in the wrong category? Darn. Nobody was supposed to see that.
All right, let me find mine. Yeah. I had a really fantastic week. I had a really fantastic weekends. My weekend was, let me say fantastic one more time. Compared to my beginning of the week, like Tuesday I had no sales at all. Monday I was at $50 and Sunday I was at $25. So this is what kind of week I had. Now let's just listen to those numbers again. I had $25 on Sunday, $50 on Monday, no sales on Tuesday, and I had $1,000.76 for the week. So that's what my holiday weekend looked like. It was basically $1,000
That's great.
from Wednesday to Monday. Yeah, it was awesome.
Pretty awesome.
You ran a good sale though, didn't you?
I did. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you guys remember back in October, I was like, I'm going to reprice everything. I'm going to bottom line price my stuff. Well, when you bottom line price your stuff, then you really don't have a lot of leeway to do a sale. So, because I was basically putting the stuff half off to begin with. Because if I had it $49, I was like, I'll take $29. So I was pricing at $29 with no best offer. So what I did is I took those bottom line prices and I raised the price 50%. So what used to be $49 that went down to $30 was now $40. And then I put them half price. So then it was down to $20. So essentially it went on what would have originally been like a 25% off sale, I guess. And it worked. And so now I'm going to have to like rethink my pricing because I'm like, gosh, because basically what that proved to me is the problem wasn't my product, because those weren't new things. I haven't listed anything. I've listed like less than 15 things all month. So it kind of just showed to me that the problem wasn't my pricing, that the problem wasn't my product, my problem was my pricing. So I got to try to
So were you able to bulk edit all that stuff?
I did. I bulk edited it. I edited it up 50%, and then I put it all on sale. The only thing that I did list last week, it was my one real listing, I believe. No, I had 5. I did 5 last week. And one of them was Little's Pet Shops that I had sitting over here on the shelf forever. And my daughter at one point had taken pictures of them and she was going to list them individually, and then she just kind of didn't. So I put them on a 5-day auction that started on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, it started on Thursday. And it ran through last night, and it went for $100.
Yowzers.
Yeah, $100 for my Littlest Pet Shops.
They're so cute.
Yeah, there were 24 bids on them. They're all played with condition. And I kept getting questions about the condition. And I'm like, look, people, I was just trying to list these. Like, if I was going to individually critique each one of these pets, I would have listed them individually. And so I went ahead and went to do a video because I kept getting questions about condition, and I knew they were other resellers. Because they wanted, like, there was a couple of these in here that were actually worth money all by themselves, like that cat in the middle, that orange one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Race About cat. And you can just sell that one all by itself. And there was just a lot of dogs in this lot and a lot of cats, which are your most valuable kind of pet, really, normally. So there were other resellers that were looking for them. I didn't want to sell to them. I just wanted somebody like that went, oh, look, a lot of pets, and bought it. So essentially the person that bought it got 50 pets. It ended up being 50. I added an extra. You got 50 pets for $100 plus all the accessories. That's like less than $2 a pet,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good price. So that was my big win of the week, and that was from last night. It gave me a $400 day. I was super excited. I haven't had a $400 day. I don't know if I've had a $400 day ever. So
That was exciting.
I don't think I've had a $400 day ever either.
yeah, I was like 260, and then the auction was gonna come to an end, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I might have like a $400 day. And by the time it was over, the auction and then a couple other sales that I had, I looked at my sales for yesterday and I was at 408 for the day. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at what I can do.
No hands.
The problem that I was having with running that sale kind of goes into today's topic. I'm not used to shipping 25 things a day. Like, I'm used to starting my shipping at the end of my day, and I spend an hour or hour and a half, and I box up my junk and I ship it out.
Yeah, Monday mornings kill me.
That
Especially with Posh and eBay combined now. It's like, oh my God, never gonna get done.
I made a mistake. Because I kept saying Sunday, I was like, hey, I should probably box some of this stuff up, But I was messing around with my planner, and I went in and watched some TV with my husband and my child. And I didn't. Oh, that was a huge mistake. Because I wasn't done. By the time it was for my normal drop-off time, I wasn't finished doing postage. So that goes into our topic. How do you handle your newfound Q4 sales? I normally don't have a difference in Q4 because I don't sell products that are Q4. Nobody cares about the stuff that they're not giving this as gifts. This is stuff that they're buying that they would have bought in May. It's just time for them to buy it. So I don't normally have like an uptick during Q4. So I'm not used to this. I don't know. I'm scared. What do I do, guys? What do you guys do?
Where's Patrick? Can you use Patrick?
He got a job. I'm waiting on him to get fired. So
Oh gosh.
just as I was going to bring him back, like I actually told him, I was like, hey, do you want to come? I want to teach you how to list. Because I had gotten him to like doing drafts. And so I was like, I want to teach you how to list. And he's like, okay. And then the next day he's like, I got a job. And I'm like, awesome. And he's like, well, I'm available on Thursdays. And I'm just like, that doesn't work.
Just need a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Monday mornings.
So Robin, do you now, this is kind of something I know that you could talk about because you've got a new platform that you're selling on. So you've got extra sales that you're not even used to. Plus you went full time. So it's kind of different, isn't it? This Q4 is different than last Q4, is it not?
Yeah. And you asked me that, and as soon as you asked me that, the alarm on my phone, which is charging in the other room,
It starts
off. I'll be right back.
fast because I know you gotta go. And then she has to leave in like 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. Okay. How do I handle Poshmark? And I just keep moving.
Yeah.
I just keep moving. That's basically where it is right now. Is if I find myself sitting still and not being productive, I'm like, okay, get up and do something. Which has not been that big of a deal as it was before Q4, I guess, and before Poshmark. I prioritize shipping first thing in the morning as always number one for me. Got to get those products out, and then that clears my mind of anything that absolutely has to be get done today to get on to the next thing. Liz, you just keep moving, and I try and stick to a schedule. I do the same thing almost every single day at a certain time every day.
That's a
good
good,
my girls' schedule.
that's a great way to try to handle it, because then you know exactly how much time you have allotted.
Yeah.
Instead of being surprised, and then you know where you've got to work in some extra space. Oh, I need 45 more minutes. I can work that in here.
Yeah.
Here, have a book. And sit down and read it. Mom will be back. I was trying to talk to Matt today because he's like, oh, I have my kiddo. And, you know, Matt Lennon went full-time. And he's like, I have my kiddo today, and I'm having a hard time. No, not a lot of work. And I told him, I said, well, why don't you put her to work? Because she's little. I think she's 3. I was like, kids really just want to do what you're doing. I was like, give her some stickers, give her some tissue paper, and have her put in give her the barcode gun and let her beep, beep, beep it, you know, like make her feel like she's doing something important. That'll cover 45 minutes pretty easily, you know?
You're right. You're right.
Because they just want to copy you and be like you. But do you have any other advice before you have to run out on us, Robin?
No. No, I don't have anything off the top of my head. I just prioritize. I'm slightly distracted today, you guys. I'm sorry. I've got a bunch of stuff going on, and it's a weird day for me.
That's okay.
So.
It's awesome.
I will talk to y'all later. It was good seeing you guys.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You've been doing so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing. It's good to have, because yesterday when I was doing my shipping, one of the things I was really glad about, and I know people say all the time, I would never pay for shipping supplies. I hear that all the time. Why would you pay for shipping supplies? You want to know why I would pay for shipping supplies? Because I like that I know that I have this exact size perfect box that's going to fit my thing. And I don't have to like look through a stack of them to try to figure out what's the right size box for this thing. Yesterday when I was shipping all of that stuff, to be able to go and go, okay, I know it's going to fit in that box right there. I know that I have the perfect size box right there. Made it so much easier, you know, because I could look and I go, okay, I have 6 things that are going to fit in that, you know, 8x6x6 box. And then I have, you know, 3 things that need to go in those 16x8 by whatever boxes. And so it was easy for me to kind of have that, instead of trying to, because the few items that I did have that weren't fitting into boxes that I had, and I had to go try to, you know, oh, I know I have one somewhere, but it's not right here, nicely stacked and whatever. It's a total hassle.
Yeah, I'm going through that right now with that Star Wars game. I can't, like, I got it in Amazon boxes, but it's just not going to close.
Yeah.
I can't ship it like that.
Well, you could put a strip of cardboard over the top and tape it. That's
a
what
good
I
idea.
do when they're gapped. Yeah, when they're gapped like that.
It's just take time. I'm tired of looking.
Yeah, I just take a piece of cardboard and put it over the gap. But that was something that really threw me off yesterday, was when I had items that were not fitting into the boxes. They were an inch too big, and I'm trying to find something slightly larger than what I already have. And I'm just like, this sucks. So when I could have shipped out 4 things, I was still trying to ship 1.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't do a lot of hard goods, but that's one of the things when I'm looking at the hard good, I'm like, do I know how I'm going to ship this? Is this, you know, can I handle this? Is it enough profit for me to have to deal with this? So it's just like on the clothing, what I do is, if it's something I'm unsure of, I'm like, do I know what keywords I'm going to use to sell this? Do I have the right keywords? And if I can't think of the keywords it's to sell something that's a little more obscure, I might put it back.
Yeah. And you know, that's another thing that I really love about selling media, is it's really easy and fast to ship. I love it. I mean, I can, you know, crank out the orders really fast. But you know, if I have a coffee mug to ship, oh my gosh.
Tonya, on books, and I've never done media mail, so no matter what size the book or how heavy, is there a special pricing, media mail pricing?
It just keeps going up and up, you know. The more it weighs, the more it's going to cost you to ship it. But media mail is really cheap.
Does there come a point when you're like, okay, this would be better in a flat rate box or a padded envelope? Or
oh, sure. I mean, it just depends on what it is and how much you sold it for. Like if it was a high dollar item, you might want to, like Deb said last week, take the time to maybe put it in a mailer, a padded mailer instead.
I got this yesterday, came media mail. This is 8 pounds, and it was $5.
Yeah.
And he paid like retail $5. That's not even like a discount.
Yeah.
That was
I've been
retail.
watching your book sales, and I'm like, if I have time, I'm starting to look at the books a little closer, like for some of those
Yeah.
obscure coffee table specialty art books or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. There's lots of money to be made in books.
I see you do that.
What about you, Tonya? Do you have an uptick in sales coming during the Q4? How do you prepare or handle? Do you change around your schedule? Do you do anything differently, especially with your kids being home during the holiday season?
Right.
How do you handle that 2 weeks that, you know, when you have the uptick in sales and you got an uptick of bodies at your house?
Right. Well, I'm gonna get their little butts to bed early. No, I'm just
it's 6:30. Time to go nights. You know the elf on the shelf is watching you.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, my son is totally over the elf business, so this hasn't even come this year. But Madeline, she's still into it, and she still believes. So we're still hiding the elf every night, and they always come right after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I think we probably have about another year, or maybe 2 tops, doing that with her. But yeah, so I usually do my shipping in the morning, but like I was telling Deb before the show started, I've been doing a lot of it at night too, at least starting it. So that way in the morning I don't have quite as much to do. But I mean, I love it. I love getting all the sold ship now notifications. And
I thought you said sold SHIT. That's what I heard. Sorry.
That's so funny. Okay, I have to say something. This is funny, y'all. Okay, so y'all know Chris Dupree, the Bonafide Hustler. He always talks about neighborhood-wide garage sales, right? But when I first started listening to him, I thought he was saying neighborhood-wide garage sales.
You're like, you racist. What is wrong with you? That's funny how people you can hear anything you want to hear sometimes. Sorry, I was trying to look in the chat. You know when you see something in the chat and then you go to try to like find it and then it's just not there anymore?
Yeah.
So annoying.
What was it?
Oh, it was nothing important. I was just trying to respond to something and then I can't find the name. Oh well.
I grabbed a question earlier. I threw it over for us to grab later. Karen, we haven't forgot you. We'll get to it. Deb?
Yes, ma'am? I was typing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and go, Yvonne.
No. Oh, she went silent. That's why I said Deb. I didn't hear her.
Oh, I think it turned off because I was typing.
You want me to go ahead and answer that question while you're doing your thing, Deb?
I'm done, but I don't know what the question was, and I don't hear what I'm reading.
Okay. Well, Karen asked earlier, it was for me. She said, I have a question for Yvonne. I have searched everywhere but can't find exact Diane von Furstenberg dress to price and list. Any suggestions for
Authenticating.
Thank you. And pricing. I sell, Diane von Furstenberg, I'm kind of confused by her right now. She had that show on reality, and she was on reality TV, and she was picking up a new generation of, fashionistas that like her brand. But still, her stuff is so iffy. Even vintage, sometimes it's iffy. I still buy it if I think it's great. Like I sold a wiggle dress, okay, because wiggle dresses are kind of current. So, but sometimes you just don't get the money you think you're going to get for a high-end designer like that. So I'm just not sure, but this is what I do when I have chosen to go ahead and buy one. There's a website that has an extensive photo file of most of her fabric patterns. So that's very helpful.
Yeah.
So I'll use that to see if I can authenticate it, find the pattern name, maybe what year is really good too, what season. Extreme fashionistas, they want to know what season too. You don't have to, but if you do know it, that's really cool too.
Yeah.
Okay. This is circa 2012 from, no, I'm just kidding. It's the cotton blend of you can see it's a layered kind of, I know my stuff.
I saw that on the runway. I saw that.
Gotta make
Let's
that proof.
see.
Are you standing up, Deb?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you go.
Well, because my laptop is on the desk and like on the sit-down desk. I keep saying that. It sounds stupid, but it is what it is. It's the sit-down desk, and this is the stand-up desk. And so on my sit-down desk, that's where the laptop is.
I'm like seeing y'all move around.
And when I tried to do eBay's and Bacon yesterday, my laptop kept freezing up. And so I'm like, I can't use it for live streaming. So I'm standing here. I don't know if my watch picks up standing activity, though. It should give me credit for standing instead of sitting.
Yeah, really.
Tonya,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, last week we did tools and you only had a couple. So I thought of something because I used it once again. It came in so handy. The iPhone magnifier that you did a little quick video on. That, I love that. So you should remind people about that. That is really super cool.
Yeah, that's definitely it's nice to have, like, you know, if you're at the thrift store or at a garage sale and you want to take a closer look at something. So if you have an iPhone, all you have to do is like push it like 3 times and then it'll come up. Like 1, 2, 3. Let's see, there it is. And then you can slide this to magnify, you know, to zoom in more. Ooh.
I used it to read the
it
maker's mark on a piece of jewelry. It was that good. Like a little tiny
It
maker's
is good, isn't it?
mark. That
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
So is it just the zoom in option of your phone is what you're doing?
I don't really remember anymore exactly how I got it on there. Actually,
Like, I don't think it's like an actual magnifier, right? It's just the zoom in.
It's more than zoom. It's more than zoom, Deb. Like you have to go activate it on your iPhone so that so that you can use it.
Oh, I don't know. This is pretty good. I can see
you have to go watch my video.
I can see the glitter specks on this thing. So it might actually just work as a zoom.
You're Android, so yours is just good too, I guess, whatever it is you have.
It's an 8-time zoom. I found out from watching Nicole from Joe that you could just pinch and get your saturation when you're taking photos.
Yes.
He was talking about it for an iPhone, but it works on the Galaxy too.
Awesome.
The exact same thing. Just, you know, it's really funny. Like, yeah, it's really funny, like how technology has changes our emotions. Because last week I was talking about something and I was like, yeah, you gotta like zoom in, you know, like zoom in. Because, you know, that's what you gotta do. So
I know technology has expanded our dictionary. We've like added words.
you ever seen little kids trying to touch screen a TV at the store? They're like,
Right.
they're broken. Trying to touch screen it. What else do you do, Yvon? I know that you just went full time, but I know everybody sees an uptick during Q4. Do you have any special things that you do with your clothing and stuff like that to kind of help expedite your process?
Well, as far as shopping, I throw in a few Christmas themed t-shirts. Some people call them ugly t-shirts, but I don't like that word. I don't use it. But I'll throw some of those in. But as far like I'm not a real heavy seller. Like I have about 200 items listed. I think the most I've ever had to ship in one day is 8 or 10. So and I'll be busier next month actually, because I don't have Christmas gift items unless someone's like maybe something rare that somebody's always wanted, or a concert t-shirt or a party dress. But next month I'll do a lot better actually with my clothing.
Why is that?
People have their money back for themselves again, or they got money for Christmas.
You're talking about January, correct?
January, yeah. And I think actually, if you look at eBay stats, January is a good month too for eBay.
February's been picking up. February's been picking up since they started doing early tax returns. In the past like 2 years, and especially last year, except for when they had their little debacle and it was delayed. But February and March have typically been slower times, are now not as slow just because people get that uptick in money from their refunds.
Yeah.
I really think eBay's pretty decent all the time.
I do too.
Except for maybe that little summer vacation dippy thing we have. But hey, let's just take ours too at that time.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie does. He's like, I'm out of here for a while.
Yeah, if I go back and look at my summers are always cruddy. I remember when I it was pretty disastrous for my business back, 2 years ago. I went on like a mental hiatus from eBay for like 6 weeks. I took off my job. And then eBay had their hack, and then everybody didn't have, it was horrible. It was like the worst. So when everybody was complaining last year, I mean, like this last summer about, oh, it's so slow. I'm like, were you here last year? Because that was really bad, you know? But yeah. You know, this year eBay's not doing Christmas returns. Did y'all notice that? You know, the holiday returns and the 90-day requirement that they were doing last year?
Yeah.
It's not this year.
Nice.
No, they aren't doing holiday returns. I did holiday returns last year because I've always had a really lenient return policy anyway. But then I changed things up whenever they stopped making INADs a defect.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't really care about.
Wait a minute. Item not as described as. Wait a minute.
It's not a defect anymore.
Oh, as long as it doesn't go to a case, it's not.
As long as it's seller resolved, as long as you as long as you do the refund.
Right.
But, you know, like before, it was one of those things like really sucked because it was a defect, and you're eating the shipping, and you're this, and it's messing with your stats, and it's. Now it's just, oh, okay, you know, you eat the shipping, move on with your life, but at least it's not affecting your stats in general.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that for viewers that, yeah, as long as.
Yeah, it's not, it used to be just an automatic defect. If they opened up an INAD, it was automatic. Now it's if you decide not to resolve it, you know, seller unresolved, that's different.
Yeah.
That's just you being mad. That's the only way I can say it. It's normally a seller taking something personally and getting angry. But they said that maybe the holiday returns is because they extended the return policy, but it only extended from 14 to 30 days. It's not like it extended out to 90. So
You know,
I think 30 days is standard anyway. To say that you have 14 days to return something, nobody does that anymore.
I'm still shocked at how many sellers have it changed from 14 to 30.
I don't know why. It's not like
you're messing with your TRS status if you want that discount.
And if you really look at it, I mean, people don't turn around and return something later unless it actually really did break. You know, sometimes, yeah, they might have broke it or whatever, but I think that the assumption that everybody's a scam artist is just too common. Like it's just too easily assumed. And if you really look at the stats, they're not that high. Because like my return rate is super duper low anyway. So if that super duper low return rate was all scam artists, I'd still survive. It's like 1% of my sales, you know? But people will take that 1 or 2 or 3, or even if you have 5% of the people that buy your crap are scam artists, they'll change their 100% of their business for that 2 and 3%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some really rough comments and like sellers, like all that crap they put at the bottom. Like, I've seen some really nasty stuff.
I'd be scared to buy from them.
I know.
For me for Q4, I mean, if things are going to keep like they are now, because I mean, typically a good day for me is 6, 7, 8 items. And so to double that or triple that is been really eye-opening for the last week. And if I'm going to change my pricing, if it's successful, it should kind of stay consistent. And so I'm gonna have to try to change some things in just off of experience from yesterday. I had some boxes that were getting into my way, and I'm like, these don't even need to be here. And I got scratches all over my hand, and so it's just little stuff like that that doesn't seem important was easily distracting me and kind of throwing me off my game yesterday when I was trying to ship. So I'm gonna have to kind of streamline the system better. And I need to reorganize these boxes by size.
At least your boxes are organized.
Yeah, I did that when I moved Goliath. When I had, well, that's what I called that giant that went up to the ceiling box station that I had. I don't know why I even did that because all of the boxes fit on that shelf. Everything that was in that 40-pound thing that I put up there by myself fit down here. So that's me. I got to take something simple and make it complicated. Do we have any other things that we want to go over today? And also in the chat, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them now because we're going to go ahead and close out for the week. The stew pot's empty. No más stew.
I love that coffee mug. It's so stinking cute.
I bought this from Malo like years ago at the Goodwill. It's from Disneyland, Disney
cute.
World. And yeah, it's too big. It's like a 24-ounce mug or something.
Yeah, like I'd probably use something like that for soup.
I got it like compared to my hands. It's
my gosh.
Yeah, it's oversized to the max. But he loves Monsters Inc. and so I had bought that for him. They're asking about Easy Auction Tracker, having trouble using it for a Mac. Once you got your Excel, did you have trouble using it for the Mac? Are
you asking me?
Yeah, because you're the only one I don't have a Mac.
No, you can't do a Mac with Easy Auction Tracker. You have to use the PC.
You have to have that's right. You have to have a parallel platform.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that, but it sounded all too complicated for me. And yeah, I'll just do it on the other desktop here.
Yeah, you have to have a parallel OS, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that, about the Mac.
Yeah.
Jeff is my Mac friend, and he likes the fruit electronics. So Jeff says that you have to do a dual boot if you're going to use it on a Mac, a Roni. I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. It says the Hatchimals are geared to the hatching delight of the kid. There are already returns coming in. What does that mean? There are already returns coming in buyers. I don't know what that means.
I saw that on Facebook. I think he's talking about they're already getting a lot of returns, like to the stores and to sellers, like because once it does its hatching thing, I guess the kids don't care about it anymore.
You
can't like a lot of money
because it hatched. That's the point.
I don't know. That's just what I read. That's
like me taking back empty eggshells to the store and being like, there's nothing in these anymore, so I don't want them.
Nothing else is gonna happen. I don't know, but I did read that story too.
That's dumb. If I was a store, I wouldn't take that back. You can't just take back something because you used all the fun out of it. I'm done blowing these bubbles now. It was fun, but I don't want to do it no more. So here's these bubbles back. What are your favorite websites you use regularly for researching products? I use eBay and Google, and sometimes I look at WorthPoint, but it sucks.
eBay and Google for me.
Yeah, eBay and Google. Here.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's all the questions, and we have a lot of viewers today. It's probably Yvonne and her Instagram.
I did cross-post that for us.
That's what I said. That it was probably because of you.
No, this show usually gets like this.
But we'll be back next week where we will have a topic that we will come up with, I'm sure, 40 to 45 minutes before the show starts. So
Oh my gosh.
we'll be, prepared. And but everybody, thank you so much for joining us every week. We really appreciate you as viewers. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment on the video below, or you can join the Reseller Stew Facebook page. We do answer questions over there, and you guys can talk to each other and to us. I know we had one member that was like, why isn't anybody talking to each other in here? And I was like, I don't know, it's a really quiet group. So y'all go talk to each other. But yeah, I thought that was cute. But anyway, yeah, make sure you join the Resellers Do Facebook group. You can get our notifications for the show and ask any questions that you need to over there. Also, down in the description of the show are all of the YouTube channels for all of the panel members of the stew, and if they have Facebook groups, and if they have anything else that they wanted me to post on there, it's in the description of the video. So anyway, we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.
Bye.